Tommy Oldham here, and tonight I'm previewing the Champions League knockout stages. Now, it's the last 16. 8 teams who finished highest in the league have had a bang to this round, and they will face the 8 teams that came through the last playoff round. All the 8 teams that were seeded are also playing away from home in the first leg, and it's thrown up some cracking ties. And like I said, although I wasn't in favour of the new format to begin with, it's actually been pretty entertaining. And the difference is now teams will know their potential path to the final. So again, it's a seeding system. So Liverpool and Barcelona, who are the top 2 teams in the league phase, cannot meet until the final at the moment. And I will, once later on as the fidget goes through, show the potential match system that's in place. So without further ado, let's look at the last 16 draw now. And the last 16 has thrown up some interesting ties. So the first tie is Club Brugge, currently second in the Belgian League, 8 points behind Genk, against Aston Villa, who are currently in 10th place in the Premier League. Now, Aston Villa's form in the Premier League has been a hit and miss, and they'll probably fancy Club Brugge being one of the lowest ranked teams left in it. Now, Club Brugge had a brilliant win against Atalanta in the last round, but at the same time, they'll probably fancy, of the teams, Aston Villa being a favourable tie. Next, you've got Borussia Dortmund, currently in the Bundesliga. Now, I did say in the last video, they had been struggling, Dortmund, but they're up to 10th now. They have had a couple of good wins. They recently won 6-0 at home to Union Berlin, and away at the weekend to Sao Paulo 2-0. And they got through after beating Sporting Lisbon 3-0 on aggregate. Lille, we know, currently play in the French league, and their season at the moment has been what you can call a fairly alright one. They're currently in 5th place, so they'll probably fancy their chances against Dortmund. As I said, while Dortmund are not the team they were. The next one is not just all Spanish encounter. It's a derby match between Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, who alongside Barcelona are currently in a 3-horse race in La Liga at the moment. And that's going to go to the wire by all accounts at the moment. As it stands, Real Madrid are in 3rd place. They lost to Betis at the weekend. Atletico is 2nd, who beat Atletico Bilbao. And last week had a 4-4 draw in the Copa del Rey semi-final with Barcelona. And it's got the makings for a classic, this game. Real Madrid knocked Manchester City out in the last round, and it shows this new format, how it's not always easy and a good teams can struggle, which has meant they've had to play the extra round. You've then got an old German affair between Bayern Munich and Bayer Leverkusen, the current top 2 in the Bundesliga. And both these sides recently actually met, which resulted in a 0-0 draw. Currently, Leverkusen are 8 points behind Bayern Munich, but league form goes out the window in this competition. We've then got PSV, 2nd place, behind Ajax in the Dutch league, and have quite a fair few points behind them at the moment. They're facing Arsenal. Arsenal are in 2nd place. Probably certain on to get 2nd place now. They're not going to win the league. It'd take a major disaster from Liverpool from not to basically win the league now. Will they've got an injury crisis, Arsenal, but will they still fancy their chances? As I said, PSV are currently 6 points behind Arsenal, but they came through knocking out Juventus in the last round. Feyenoord, Inter Milan. Again, Feyenoord are up to 4th now, but they're having a shocking season by their own standards. They've recently appointed Robin van Persie as their new manager, but they did knock AC Milan out of the last Champions League. Next one is an interesting tie. PSG for Liverpool now. Both these teams are running away with the league. PSG are going to win the French League. Liverpool are looking nailed on to win the Premier League. But PSG's Champions League form, again, hasn't been great this year. Now, they locked fellow French side Brest out the last round. And like I say, anything can happen, but surely you've got to make Liverpool favourites for this one. And then finally, it's Benfica in second place in the Portuguese league at home to Barcelona. Now, again, with Benfica, they've actually already played Barcelona earlier on in the tournament. They had that cracking, high-scoring game. And again, it should be an interesting encounter because both these teams now will fancy chances. Barcelona have had injuries, but while they're doing really well, again, they're still not the Barca as they were a few years ago, but the fear factor now. Benfica knocked Monaco out of the knockout stage championship. Yeah, it was 5-4 the last time these two teams met, with Barcelona getting a 96-minute winner. And at one point, they were 4-3 down. And it only takes fantastic teams to be able to come back and get a result like that. So, could there be any shocks? Aston Villa last year went out of the Europa Conference League to Olympiacos, and that was in the semi-finals. Lille, possibly Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund, could be one. Atletico to beat Real Madrid, because Real Madrid at the moment, again, you don't know which Real Madrid are going to come up. PSV at home to Arsenal, because with Arsenal, the form with the injury crisis, stay the shots are possibly going to go for. I think Villa will overdo Club Brugge. I think Bayern will see off Leverkusen. Inter Milan, I think, will beat Feyenoord. Liverpool should beat PSG, but that could be one that could go to penalties. I think Barcelona will have enough in them to beat Benfica. What I'm going to do now is, so how this works, so again, let's just take Liverpool, for example. If they beat PSG the next round, they will face Club Brugge or Aston Villa. Then the semi-finals will be PSV or Arsenal, Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid. So that's their potential pathway to the final. But I'm going to show you now a diagram of how the ties could work. So that's pretty much how it is. Like I said, it can't be an all-English final. That is for definite. So again, Liverpool, Villa and Arsenal all do get through. They will all at some point face each other. And again, it does keep it very interesting. It keeps it. So it could be an all-Spanish final. That is one possibility for sure. Anyway, I'm Tommy Oldham. I will do a Europa League preview and a Europa Conference preview. And some of my ground hops are coming up as well. So I'm Tommy Oldham. See you on the terraces.